White Noise. This is a interesting movie that I'd never seen before, and I'm going to be reviewing White Noise and White Noise 2 because I just recently got this Mill Creek double feature Blu-ray, and I was just curious about these movies. Um, yeah, I like this movie, and we'll talk about White Noise 2 next week because I don't kind of want to space out watching these movies. I enjoyed this movie. It's not a great movie. It's okay. I don't really like the ending of this movie where you kind of see all the spirits and things like that. I feel like that's a little bit just It's not how I think they should wrap it up. But what I really liked about this movie was the acting. All the acting was really strong, especially from Michael Keaton, and the concept of this movie of white noise, which is this that's like dead people and they're trying to get a hold of this character, and there's all this mystery around it. It's a very tight thriller movie. When did this movie come out? Let's see if there's a 2004. Really, 2004. Because you know what this movie feels like? It feels like a um, a movie that a studio might have picked up because The Sixth Sense was really popular. Because to me, it does feel like a Sixth Sense or a Signs or something like that, some kind of thriller movie like that, where it is about these really strong performances and characters and what's going on in the story, and there's kind of a twist to it a little bit, and that's what this movie feels like. And for me, I really enjoy those types of movies, like M Night Shyamalan's movies like that. His good ones, anyways. He has a lot of really bad ones, right? But I enjoy this one, right, and what it has to offer there in the movie, in the story. It's just like, oh, yeah, I think this movie is really interesting. And I do really, another thing I really like about this movie is the intro of this movie. It's a really unique, really cool intro that sets the tone for this movie perfectly. It starts with these quotes that you're not really sure who they're from, and then it's revealed that it's Thomas Edison, and then immediately starts playing static, and then it's white noise, and you're like, all right, we're in the movie now. You get, yeah, it was a really solid movie. I thought this was a cool movie. It's got some an interesting concept to it. It's not great. It definitely has some story problems and some pacing problems, but I thought it was interesting enough, and definitely a movie that I might revisit sometime in the future, maybe. Not a lot though, and it'll definitely be like a really long revisit from now. Like it's not a movie that I'm gonna watch multiple times, over and over again. But I thought this was a solid movie, and if you really like Michael Keaton type thriller movies, or not Michael Keaton type thriller movies. I mean, maybe it's been in other thriller movies, but I'm not really sure of any off the top of my head. But if you really like stuff like The Sixth Sense and stuff like that, and those kind of thriller type movies, I think this is a pretty good one to check out. You're not gonna be blown. Your mind's not gonna be blown by it, but you definitely will get some enjoyment out of it. So that's White Noise. Curious to find out what White Noise 2 is going to be like, considering that does not have Michael Keaton in it. So